Today's 5-year plan is all about Worlds of Fun. This is a Cedar Fair park located in Missouri, and I'm going to be talking all about what I would like to see at this park in the future. But before we do that, let's take a look at what they've added in the past. Now, Cedar Fair doesn't give as many huge attractions to this park as some of the others, like Carowinds or Cedar Point or Kings Island. This is one of their smaller parks, and as you can see, based off of what they've added in the past, they haven't really done anything huge. Their last roller coaster was in 2009, so it's already been a while. I would definitely like to see more attention given to this park. I don't know if that will necessarily happen, but I am trying to make this 5-year plan realistic. So as much as I'd like to see a Giga Coaster at Worlds of Fun, it simply just isn't gonna happen. So let's start by talking about 2017. Now we already know 2 attractions that'll be coming to Worlds of Fun next year. They're gonna be adding a Troika and a Husk Condor. We know this because some information was released that Cedar Fair had sent some people over to Europe, and they were looking for classic flat rides that they could send to some of their parks. And they found 2 of them that they're going to be giving to Worlds of Fun. Now the question is, are these the only rides that'll be coming to Worlds of Fun in 2017? And I think that the answer will probably end up being yes. These are 2 very solid family rides. They'll be great additions to Worlds of Fun. Maybe at some of the other parks they would be adding some other stuff along with it, but I wouldn't be surprised if these are the only things they'll be coming to the park in 2017. That is why I'm not predicting that they'll be adding anything else to the park. Now in 2018, I think we'll be seeing a Triotech Dark Ride. Cedar Fair said that they'll be adding one of these at every single one of their parks, and I think that Worlds of Fun is no exception. This would be a great fit for the park, and according to Cedar Fair, they have empty boxes at all of their parks where they can put a dark ride in one of these locations. They do have this nice big building over here, and I could see them using that for a Triotech. I'm not completely sure what is currently in that building. I imagine it's probably a stage or something, but if it's big enough, then I wouldn't be slightly surprised if they decide to reuse that space for a nice dark ride. And in 2019, I think we'll be seeing their next roller coaster. This will have been 10 years since they added Prowler, and the big gap in their lineup is they don't have a launch coaster. I'd love to see something from Premier Rides. I think that'd be a great fit. They could add a Skyrocket too. They could go with an original layout. Premier makes great roller coasters, so they have several options that they could go with. As for where to put it, Worlds of Fun, unlike some of the other Cedar Fair parks, does not appear to be landlocked. They have lots of open space near the outer edge of their park, so they should be able to make room. The yellow that you are seeing over that Google Earth image is for where the station could go, and then the blue is the general area for the roller coaster. I could see them adding this attraction in 2018. I think when it comes to roller coasters, sooner is definitely better, but just trying to be realistic, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see it until 2019. And in 2020, I think that Worlds of Fun will be updating their front entrance. Cedar Fair likes modernizing their park's front entrances, and they really look great after they're done. And again, because Worlds of Fun is a smaller park, I think this probably would end up being the only major thing coming to the park. And if you haven't been to Worlds of Fun, something that's actually unique is that you have to go down this long pathway to get to the front entrance. The entrance isn't right next to the parking lot, so they could use that long pathway to their advantage. They could relocate the front entrance, they could do something with that pathway. I mean, they really could get creative. The entrance may not directly interact with the roller coaster, but they could still make it look cool. And in 2021, I think that is when we'll be seeing the next expansion to Oceans of Fun. Now, it is a bit tough trying to find space for where they would put their next expansion. I found 2 possible areas marked in blue of where they could put it, but you do have a service road that's kind of going around Oceans of Fun, so I'm not sure if they are able to build past that service road. I don't see why they couldn't do it, but I could be wrong. And the slide complex that you're seeing off to the right is not what I am predicting will come to Oceans of Fun, because actually they already have that expansion. I'm not exactly sure what type of expansion we could be seeing. I mean, you do have to remember that this is 5 years into the future, so it's very possible that they could add something that is not currently out. It might not even exist right now, but we don't know. I think they have several possibilities that they could go with. They could go with something thrilling, or they could go with something more towards the families. Their last expansion to Oceans of Fun was a kiddie splash pad, so I think that we would be seeing something probably more thrilling, but who knows. So that is my 5-year plan for Worlds of Fun. I want to know what you would like to see at this park in the future. Being realistic, of course, I have tried to do my best, and I think that this is a very realistic plan. It's not too over the top. Will it actually happen? Who knows? but I think it certainly would be nice. So post your comments below about what you think of all this, and make sure to stay tuned for more 5-year plans. And if you're new to Coaster Studios, you can also check out past 5-year plans I've done, which are all available in a playlist, so make sure to check that out.